How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Lettuce Talk podcast. I'm your host, Nate, and I'm here with Hob for Apples as usual.
Hi.
Hey. Hi.
Yeah.
Hi. How's it going?
Hey.
Today we're going to be going through a bunch of random news, like is Apple trying to take over the world? Some God of
Not
War,
anymore.
some new God of War news, some fun news about Korean politicians appealing to younger voters, and we've got some Blops 3 news, some feel-good, smiley, warm inside news, Darksiders 3 news, and some other like E3, Overwatchy, Destiny, Red Dead, and Persona 5 stuff. So we're gonna go through all that. So Hob, how's it going? How is it going today, Hob?
It's going very well.
Yeah.
Very well.
Mr. Hob for Apples. Everybody Hob for Apples. How's your most interesting life?
It's going well. I met a fellow Toronto native yesterday, and they knew all about you and how famous you are.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I was like, yeah, do you know Nate? And it's like, of course I know Nate. He's like the most famous person in Toronto.
You just called me by Nate.
Just Nate.
Just Nate.
One, like Prince.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
the artist formerly known as
Nate. No, things are good. I'm trying to deal with Montreal move. So
yeah,
it's the tea is starting to, the water is starting to boil for the tea. So we're getting there.
The water starting to boil. Oh my God.
We'll see. Everything else is good. Can't complain.
Yeah, I've been working on launching the Patreon and everything, and playing games and streaming all week. Tomorrow we're gonna be playing a little bit more Outlast 2. I'm thinking about getting Prey, and
Pray it up,
because Prey is so much fun. I don't know if did you play the demo last week?
Did you buy PUBG yet?
PUBG?
Did you buy PUBG?
No.
Oh my God, every time we talk about this every week, and every week you say no. It's on sale.
PUBG.
Green Man, it's on sale. It's on sale.
On sale on Green Man?
Yeah, for like $22 American.
Okay, I'll think about it.
All right.
How about that?
Come on, man. Gotta get in.
Well, the first thing
you'll quadruple
I want to talk about, though,
your viewer size.
Quadruple?
By playing PUBG.
Quadruple?
Just by playing PUBG. Just by literally writing PUBG in the bottom of your thing.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
And if I play it with you.
Maybe I'll do the odd PUBG. The odd PUBG. But, alright, so this is not gaming related, but it's just general stupidity related.
I like that. Most stuff I talk about is general stupidity.
Yeah, but like this is like tart alert fucking level.
Let me hear it. Lay it on me.
Prank YouTuber Ross Creations decided to prank his town.
Okay.
By going to the stop signs on the street.
His town?
The town that he lives in.
Okay.
And he decided to go around removing stop signs.
Well, that's illegal.
As a prank.
Why is that a prank?
Thinking, how is that a prank?
It's not a prank.
It's not a prank. It's not even a dick move. It's just dangerous.
Right. It's just, first of all, that's extreme. That's too much work.
And it can kill people. That can kill a lot of people.
But who is he pranking?
His town. The entire town.
By being a criminal and pulling every stop sign out of the town.
Yes, by being a complete bag of dicks.
Good start.
Right? And because of this, he was charged with third-degree felony grand theft.
Okay.
And could serve, I think, like 5 years in prison.
Okay.
And like a ton of money, like a whole bunch of charges. Which his response to this is how little remorse he has for his actions. He asked his fans
to pay.
This guy, Ross Creations, he asked his fans, he made a video asking his fans to send him money to bail him out.
Dummy.
And to pay his legal fees.
Well,
that's how unremorseful this piece of shit is. Like, how...
Why did he even do that in the first place? It's so dumb.
Because
that's such a dumb thing. That's such a dumb thing to... Okay.
It's just like... Right. It's just like the
I'm going to prank my town. I'm going to pull all the... Like... I'm going to shut all the water off in the whole town, so if there's a fire, everything will burn down. Like, really? Really?
I know, it's absurd. It's completely absurd.
This days? Guy... What are we doing? What do people... People have too much free time.
It's that whole... It's just a prank, bruh. And then, you know, somebody dies.
Yeah. Great.
Like, it goes back to that father of five thing. Or that family of five. You know, that YouTube channel that was under, like, extreme scrutiny and big and controversial because they were, like, abusing their children and promoting their siblings' abuse and all that shit. Daddy of Five. Thank you, Miss Buster.
No.
Yeah, Daddy of Five. I think 2 of the kids got taken away, but like, oh my god, this family is so broken. They are like the lowest of the low trash bag trailer trash family, and they have a popular YouTube channel that just like allows them to film and bully and like abuse their kids.
So stupid.
Yeah. And whenever a kid ends up crying and is traumatized by the actions, the dad's excuse is, it's just a prank, bruh.
It was a prank?
It was like they were always just like pranking their kids and making them cry and like emotionally and physically abusing their kids. But they ended up losing custody of 2 of the children.
Good.
Cody, which was like the one that was most often the victim of a lot of the pranks, and his sister got taken and given back to their birth mother. Yeah, all thanks to Philip DeFranco, because Philip DeFranco ended up shedding a lot of light on the situation and got people talking about it, and because of that, he saved 2 kids' lives. If that Cody kid, from what I saw, if that Cody kid didn't get like taken out of that family and put into like a safer house, he was going to like one day come home and just murder his family.
Yeah, I mean that's usually what eventually happens.
Yeah.
Usually bad stuff happens.
Yeah, exactly. And that would have been the worst possible outcome for him. Not necessarily for them, but for him, definitely. Because then he'd have to spend the rest of his life in prison.
Right.
Just because he had a shit childhood. But going off of that, off of the, like, shitty prank YouTube channel news, let's talk about some gaming.
Okay.
The first thing is, like, what I think the biggest news this week, it has the potential to long-term affect the entire gaming industry forever.
Nintendo is becoming a publisher.
No.
Oh.
Apple.
One day it'll work.
Apple is gearing up to possibly buy Disney.
What?
Like, they've just been stockpiling money. They have around $256 billion of money just like sitting around, which is usually a sign that they're like preparing to buy something very expensive, usually a company.
Right.
And they're thinking, a lot of experts are speculating that they are either thinking of getting into gaming, so they might buy one of the big AAA gaming companies like EA or Activision.
Okay.
Or they could just buy Disney, which owns a lot of properties and a lot of licenses. And then some of the other speculation is that they could buy up Netflix as well.
Okay.
Because I think Disney is worth around $237 billion.
How are they gonna buy? How are they gonna buy Disney?
They can.
They just have enough money to buy.
They have
So
enough money to
basically,
buy Disney.
Apple's just gonna own everything.
They
They're just gonna.
They
Like
have
I'm
they have
gonna just
256
take a
billion
shit
saved
and
up.
Apple's gonna own it.
They've been counting their billions.
Count your billions, folks.
But could you imagine if they ended up buying like EA? Like, look at the titles that EA holds. EA has like the Battlefront series, Battlefield,
Mass Effect,
like so many crazy titles. I mean, maybe it would be the best thing because then maybe they'll fix Mass Effect.
That's they'll buy. They're gonna buy. Apple's gonna buy EA, and the first thing they say is they're like, the first thing we're gonna do is fix Mass Effect Andromeda. Yay!
Right?
Oh my god.
Grandma Slipper just made an interesting point. It's never good if a new to the gaming industry comes to buy a big company within the gaming industry. Because, I mean, yeah, and I kind of agree with this opinion. Like, they could be really out of touch. You know, Disney has published some games in the past, but nothing like AAA level. You know, but if they pick up Activision, they would also be picking up Blizzard. Consider that. So
that means we're gonna have Steve Jobs in Overwatch.
They'd be taking
new
Overwatch, StarCraft, Diablo, Warcraft, plus like all of the Activision titles, Call of Duty, like Destiny.
You've heard it here first. New character in Overwatch coming. Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs.
And Wozniacki, whatever his name is. Wozniak. Wozniak.
Steve Wozniak.
Overwatch.
What?
He's gonna be a tank.
Yeah, Steve Wozniak's gonna be a tank.
Yep.
And Steve Jobs is gonna be a mage.
Nah, absolutely DPS.
You're a DPS, you think?
Omnic World.
A highly charismatic.
His power would be.
Your voice is cutting out a little bit.
That would be your. Oh no, is my Discord being funky?
Yeah, a little bit wonky.
I think it's okay now.
It sounds okay now.
Yeah, it was weird. It like froze for a second. Sorry. So I was saying is that yes, Steve Jobs confirmed in Overwatch.
Steve Jobs confirmed Overwatch, but like this could be
2018.
This could be really like this could turn the tides for the entire gaming industry. Especially like I don't personally think it's a good idea. Though
why do they want to buy it? Why do they want to buy EA? Like why?
I think buying EA wouldn't be a bad thing.
But like what's their reasoning for buying it? They just want to make money?
Because it's a very lucrative market. The gaming industry makes billions of dollars. It's crazy.
It's not as easy as making Apple products though.
Right, but Apple creates quality. They're a company that creates quality products, and so maybe introducing a certain level of professional integrity in creating products could be introduced to companies like EA and Activision that are kind of known for releasing unfinished games.
Mm.
You know, maybe it would be good for like these companies that are releasing Mass Effect Andromedas and like year 1 of Destiny and year one of or the first 6 months of Battlefield 4, you know, those were nightmare titles on launch.
So are they gonna? I don't know if they're gonna be. I don't know. I hate Apple, so I'm not really. That wouldn't really make me feel any better. I'm not interested in their model. I think they got extremely lucky because they made one of the first smartphones, and that's about it.
But to be fair, like,
and Steve Jobs was the he was the reason why the company is what it is.
Well,
and
yeah,
he's not there anymore.
His charisma,
so
and everything, yeah.
I mean, he was like a ruthless. He was like a dictator-esque kind of person in that company. He kind of like was. It was like his way, or like death.
I don't know.
That's like how he ran Apple. It was nuts.
He had a vision. He went for it. He led them to the promised land, and now
right, but he's not there anymore. So
yeah, because he died.
Right, so he's
or
not
he
there,
might still be there. Maybe he figured out how to upload himself to the cloud.
There, I mean,
he's just in iCloud.
My thing with Apple is that he never wanted some of the crap that they're making. Like, he would have never wanted the Apple Watch. Yeah, I heard he hated the idea of something like that. So
yeah, I'm not a fan of the Apple Watch.
So the fact that like they're gonna get into gaming, like, okay, and like I don't know what that's gonna do, but that really wasn't his. His vision was never to do stuff like that.
I mean, I don't know if that's necessarily true. They did release a gaming console like way back in '96.
1996. Hang on a second. Okay, I'm coming.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, back. We've got Hob back in high quality.
Hi. Okay. So, I mean, I don't know if it'll be a bad thing or
like,
a good
remember
thing.
they had the Pippin.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, the Apple Bandai Pippin. It was the Apple gaming console that was released in 1996.
How do you spell it?
Pippin.
If you type Apple Pippin, the first thing that comes up is Pippin Apple's information, special recipes, and facts. It's not an Apple product.
No, type in Apple Bandai Pippin. They released it with Bandai.
Namco Bandai Namco.
Yeah, Bandco.
They keep changing the name back and forth. Can't make up their mind. Okay. I mean, so they've done it before. It didn't work. So why are they doing it again?
I mean, it didn't have any games for it.
Something they're going to have to realize is that, yeah, when you release a console, you need to put games on it.
Right. So maybe they'll re-release a console with like a whole bunch of...
I thought we were getting away from consoles, and now all of a sudden Apple wants to come in and make a console.
Well, Apple is gonna fucking
give me a break.
I mean, to be fair, like with $256 billion, Apple could just say screw Disney and buy both EA and Activision, because they're not actually like that much money. Like, I believe EA is worth around $25 billion, and if you consider that, and like I got this story from The Know, they're a great YouTube channel, check them out. But like,
no, it's N-O.
The Kano, K-N-O-W. But like EA is worth around $25 billion or something, and WhatsApp was purchased for $19 billion.
Oh, Apple owns WhatsApp?
I'm not sure.
Oh.
Somebody else.
Well,
owns WhatsApp.
I don't know. I mean, they're little do they know that the gaming industry is going to hit a demise. So maybe this is part of the whole master plan of the downfall of the gaming industry.
Could you imagine just like EA and Activision
Apple.
being like MacBook exclusive.
Yeah, that's when it all goes down. When it's like Apple just says, "Yeah, you know that game you really like? Well, you can buy it on our console, and it costs $3,000."
Well, I mean, Apple's known for releasing their software for very, very low rates. You know,
Yeah, but
they're the iOS.
their console's going to be like $8,000.
Yeah,
and it's going to be like like they're gonna make like a, what's it called, the HoloLens console, where like you like put on like a some kind of thing, and then
well, I mean, Apple hasn't really gotten into the VR industry at all
that we know of.
that we know of. Yeah, they want actual built-in robotic
on
implants.
it. We just don't know.
Yeah, they want to jack you in Matrix style.
Yeah, they're gonna come out on the stage. They're gonna come to E3, and they're gonna be like, in a world. They're gonna have that guy come on the trailer. In a world, or Apple
owns
like,
the gaming industry as a whole.
You like games, everyone? Well, guess what? Here's our console, and they're gonna call it the Pippin 2. They're gonna bring it back.
Pippin
It's
Part
the
2.
exact same console they had before.
No, they'll just call it the Jordan.
The Jordan?
Yeah.
No, they'll call it the Jobs.
Because like the Pippin.
They'll call it Jobs.
They'll call it Jobs.
Jobs.
The Apple Jobs.
The Apple Jobs. Here's our console, the Apple Jobs, and it'll be a console and it'll have glasses on the front of it.
And a turtleneck.
And a turtleneck.
Yeah, black
It'll
turtleneck.
Basically be Steve Jobs in console form.
Grandma Slipper made a good point. For Apple to make a huge impact, they would have to listen to the community for games that don't have people that listen to the, or I think they're trying to say that they don't have people that listen to their community. Apple just is known for just creating products and expecting them to sell themselves.
Yes.
Like, they don't really advertise much.
Right.
Their business model is like, this is our product, buy it. Which is kind of Nintendo's attitude
their
as well.
Business model
they're wildly successful.
Here's Apple's business model with Nintendo. You bought the last one, so you should buy this one because you bought the last one. And once they get you in, it's like they just get you to drink the Kool-Aid once, and then you drink it every time. You just go like, "Oh my God, the iPhone 8's coming out! Oh, I'm buying it." And they don't even know about anything about it. You just buy it, immediately buy it.
But I'm not that.
I'm not like that either.
I bought a MacBook Pro back in like 2010, 2011, and it was the last version of the MacBook Pro that I liked. Every single upgrade iteration of the MacBook Pro that they've released since, I've not been a fan of, and so I don't know what to do after this laptop. Because I love it,
right.
You know, I love that I was able to open it up and customize it and everything. But
you're actually gonna go down to the town hall and you're gonna marry it. That's how much you love it.
Yeah, that's if you like it so much, why don't you marry it?
Right, just marry it. So,
but yeah, so there could be a lot of big changes happening in the gaming industry, coming up, especially since like. Ubisoft is in the middle of like trying to avoid a hostile takeover from Vivendi, who, as you know, used to be a part of Activision and then bought themselves out.
Yeah, well, then no more Assassin's Creed. It's over. That's it. What are we gonna do?
No more ass cred?
No more Assassin's Creed. No more.
What are we gonna do without our ass cred?
No more Tom Clancy's The Division. No more like soaking bullet games where you have to just shoot somebody for 20 minutes and then they die.
What are we gonna do with all those extra bullets then?
I'm gonna miss those games.
If we're not able to shoot our bullets into the bullet sponges, where will all the bullets go? So many unused bullets.
They're gonna go to Apple and they're gonna
melt them down into laptops.
Yep. It's over. It's over. It's over. I see it. I can see it all clearly.
What, the gaming industry?
I just see it all. I see it crystal clear.
You guys heard it straight from the Hobbs' mouth.
I mean, I've been saying it every day since I've been here.
This is the end of the gaming industry prediction.
Okay, so
Hob
here's why I look
2017
at it like this way.
colorized.
Here's how I look at it. When everybody starts to get in, like, and everyone starts to try to get their hand in on something, that's when shit starts to go bad. And that's exactly what happened in Atari with the Atari.
Yeah.
So many people started making consoles or making knockoffs and all this crap. It saturated the market to so much that it just got fucking too complicated. There's too much shit. There's not enough people were into it, and it just fucking collapsed on itself. And that's what's gonna happen. Apple gets involved. It's over. It's over. They're gonna get involved. They're gonna start. It's not gonna be fun anymore. The fun is over. It's over. The party is over, everyone. And
what are we gonna do without gaming then?
Sell all your games and your collectibles now while they have value, because they're gonna be useless soon. You're gonna be like, oh man, look at this collector's edition someone's selling at a garage sale for $1.
Oh my god.
It's not gonna be
well,
anymore.
I did buy a ColecoVision when I was like 10 for 50 cents.
There you go. See, and that's what it was worth then, and it's going to be worth that again if you don't get rid of it soon.
Also, the Apple Bandai Pippin.
What?
The Apple Bandai Pippin, the console.
We're still talking about that.
I'm going back to it. I have to, because this is great. Okay, you ready for this? So, it was $599.
That's what I mean. It's going to be like $4,000
in
1996, which for you young people, that was like $4 billion.
Well, yesterday when we were streaming, I found an inflation calculator, because we were playing retro games. My buddy Hoshino Kirby came in and brought his Neo Geo, and we played some Neo Geo games.
Which are very rare and hard to get.
Yes, extremely rare and hard to get. And the cool thing about that was, like, he also had some of the original price tags on the boxes of the cartridges.
Right.
And so, like, some of these games were like $200. The console itself was like $700 on launch. And then the games were like $200 each, $250 each. And, like, can you imagine shelling out
really?
that amount of money?
Even back then? A Neo Geo game was that? I mean, Nintendo
Neo Geo came out in 1991.
$60. Nintendo games were like $60 back in the day.
Yeah.
They were all $60. And what makes me laugh is that they're the same price they were when they were in the late 80s, early 90s. They're all the same price.
Yeah.
So it doesn't. I mean, that's what's funny is, like, a console was $700 back in whenever that was, 96. You said. And we were bitching.
Wait, are you talking about the Pippin or the?
Yeah.
It sold 42,000 units.
Right, which is in our standard today an absolute failure.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But then,
I
like,
just did the
console,
price inflation, and today it would have been $879.
Wait, that's it?
$879. Yeah.
Well, I'm saying that's not that much of a inflation from 700. It's not too bad, but
it was $600, $599.
Oh, $599.
Yeah.
And we were all bitching about when Microsoft made the console, what, $500?
Yeah.
So is that really, like, that console the console that Microsoft put out, and what was PlayStation, $400, $399?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. It was around $50 to $100 less.
So it was cheaper than a console that came out in 1996. That doesn't make sense.
But the funny thing is, it was released in 1996 and discontinued in 1997.
Well, Well, like how much was the how much was the N64 when it came out?
Ooh, I don't remember. I think it was like $300-$400.
I'm looking
Something
it up.
along those lines.
It was $199 at lunch.
It was only $200.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
I mean, that was 199 and the Wii was 249.
Oh, but they only manufactured 100,000 Pippins, but they sold less than half.
So that means there are 50,000 Pippins somewhere in the world.
58,000 like, Pippins.
In the box.
Yeah, new in box. Collector's items.
Pippin. What's a Pippin go for on eBay?
My favorite thing about it, though, is the name of the controller. The control pad.
Of the Pippin?
Yeah, the control pad for the Pippin was called the Applejack.
Nice, that's clever.
And it had an embedded trackball.
That's rich.
That's real best. Rich. That was the best part.
Let's call it the Applejack.
The Applejack.
Oh my God! To buy it new.
Oh, sorry, and new. It also had It had wireless controllers.
Oh wow, that's pretty impressive.
Right? For 96? Wireless.
So to buy it brand new online, it's $809 on eBay.
So it's around the same price as its launch.
It's the same.
It hasn't increased in value at all.
Oh,
it's actually probably like I think from what we were looking at, it's around $50 less than its original value.
Right. What do you even play on it? Like that's the thing. Are there even games for it?
It didn't have a lot of software.
I'm looking it up. Like, here's a game called Gundam Wars.
I think it had. Yeah, it had Home Improvement 1, 2, and 3.
No, what?
Yeah. Oh my God, these are great. These are great games.
I don't know if that's a good word to use.
No, Dragon Ball Z's anime designer. Oh, I had this. Compton's Interactive Encyclopedia. Exotic Sushi, Cool Crafts, Gadget Invention, Travel and Adventure, Gundam Tactics, Mobility Fleet, 0079. Gus goes to Cyberopolis. Gus goes to the Kooky Carnival in search of Rant. Cat's Pippin demo. Mr. Potato Head saves Veggie Valley.
Well, that sounds like a great game. I'm in on that one.
That's a good one. Power Rangers Zeo versus the Machine Empire.
Wait, does everyone hears this lineup of games? Does everybody really feel comfortable that Apple's going to come back into the gaming market when they thought that those were good ideas?
What?
Like all those games, those shit games that they tried to release.
What do you mean?
All those games that they made. I said, do you trust them coming back into the market?
Yeah. I don't know
about that.
I want them to bring back Home Improvement 1, 2, and 3.
Just like they're bringing back Night Trap.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, okay. So while we're on the topic of Night Trap, I found out that it's not going to be like a mega release. So they're doing physical copies. There's going to be 3 versions of the physical copy. So the cover art is going to be different on the 3 different versions. So 3 different versions of the cover art for the physical copy re-release.
Why are they wasting the plastic and the discs to make these
for the
games?
PlayStation 4? And it's only available through like one company. You can't pre-order them at like your local EB Games or your GameStop. You have to go through this company.
Oh no. Wait, hang on for a second. The PlayStation came out in 1994 and then Apple made a console in 96. What were they? Whoa, that was a big mistake. That was a really
They had wireless
bad mistake.
controllers, man.
Yeah, but they can't compete with Sony and Nintendo. And at the time, when did the Dreamcast come out?
99. It was $99.99.
Oh, that's right. So like,
never forget $99.99.
Never forget the Dreamcast. But okay, so that means what? Sega. See, not to cut you off, but I'm just trying to look at dates here.
Yeah.
Sega CD came out in 91. No. Sega, what's the one that Sega Saturn?
The Sega Saturn.
When did Sega Saturn come out? 94.
Yeah.
Okay, so 94. The PlayStation came out in 94. The Saturn came out in 94, and then they released a console in 96.
Mm-hmm.
And then right after that, the Dreamcast came out and N64 came out.
And
right?
then the
N64 came out in 96. Okay, so
at the same time as the
consoles
Pippin.
came out around the same time. That's terrible. That's a really, really bad idea.
Because wait, what month was the release of the N64?
June 23rd, 96.
Okay, and then the Apple Pippin came out September 1st, 96.
So right after it.
Yeah,
after,
like 3 to 4 months after.
Which is a bad idea. Like to put it on after. Like, oh, we got Super Mario. What do you have? Oh, we have Home Improvement.
But to be fair, it was initially launched in Japan in March.
They really wanted to play Home Improvement?
Yeah, in Japan,
I'm trying to look at
it came out before the N64.
I'm looking at a video of these games for this console.
Oh my god. Anyway, so we're gonna move on from like Apple taking over the world.
Wait.
The only reason we were talking about that is to give a preview, because Apple is considering buying up a whole bunch of gaming companies in an attempt to join or get their hands wet in the gaming industry. And I wanted to go back to Apple's last attempt at joining up with the gaming industry on their own by teaming up with Bandai, and how much of a colossal failure that was. But both companies are pretty successful to this day. You know, Apple on their own, very wildly successful. They have a stockpile of $256 billion ready to pick up either Disney or like EA, Activision, Netflix, or Take-Two. They're also looking at Take-Two.
They can just give me a little tiny bit.
Right? Just give me one of those billions.
I don't even want $1 billion. Just give me like $250 million.
Yes, I'll take $250 million, please.
Please.
Apple, get at me. Wozniak, get on it.
Like don't give it to EA. They don't need it.
No.
Give it to me.
No. But I mean, no, I'm for it if it means that they tighten up the EA and Activision ship. I'm all for it because these AAA companies have a habit of either completely destroying titles, IPs that we know and love, or just releasing unfinished games. And if Apple can increase the quality of that, then I'm all for it.
Or people could just support indie companies that are making way better games and then not buy them. That could work too.
And then not buy them? Or you mean like not buy the AAA titles?
Just don't buy Mass Effect Andromeda. It's pretty simple.
God.
Just don't buy it. Then they'll get it. You have to hit companies where it hurts.
Their
wallet. That's it. It's a very simple concept.
I mean, they've already more or less made their money back. It's because of pre-orders. So it doesn't really matter.
That's it. That's the problem. If there was a movement where people just didn't pre-order games, then these fucking companies wouldn't do that shit.
I don't even understand the purpose of pre-ordering the game. It's not like it's going to release any earlier for you anyway.
Well, they do it by
adding the little
that
perks.
You're gonna get a new skin that no one else will have except for the 400 million other people that bought the game.
You mean like the bug out bag for Destiny 2?
Bug out bag. I already got it. Pre-ordered. Done.
Yeah, it comes with a solar blanket and like a solar
so when
like
you get on
a solar cell phone
Quest,
charger and like a fire starter and shit and like a machete.
And so if you ever go to outer space, you'll be ready.
So you'll be ready, yeah.
For when what do they call that? Skynet?
For when Skynet takes over. Umbrella Corp?
No, what do they call Space Quest?
What?
Space
Roger
X?
Wilco? Are you making references to Sierra now?
I don't know what it's called. The fucking guy that's trying to shoot fucking
The Traveler?
people up to... Yeah, no, I don't know. The guy that's trying
In Destiny?
No, in real life, the guy who's trying to shoot people up into the outer
SpaceX?
space. SpaceX. So when you get involved in space, when it's your time to get
when
on
Elon
SpaceX,
Musk, the modern day,
say,
the IRL Lex Luthor.
I have. You're like, oh, good thing I have my solar blanket because I would have been screwed. Good thing I bought the Destiny Collector's Edition for $300.
Oh my god.
Thank God. Thank God that existed, because what would I have done with my $300 instead of pissing it away to some company that I don't have any. Never mind.
Well, before we go on to the Destiny, or sorry, while we're on the topic of Destiny and bug out bags, there is a lot of new news, or some promising news for the Destiny 2 release. Are you ready for this?
It's canceled.
Okay, so so for those of you who don't know, Hob and I met. Hob for Apples and I met playing Destiny, and now we've become besties because of Destiny. Year one, sour Destiny,
sourdough bread
Destiny gamers, Destiny year one players, and we were just dissatisfied with the amount of content that there was, or the lack thereof, and blah 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 blah. However, they're promising. Are you ready for this? They're ready for they're prepared for a steady stream of content to keep pace with the demand for more content. And all of the story stuff is fixed, apparently. Plus, they are adding unique features for PC gamers. The quote is, meaningful features bespoke for the PC community. What do you think about that? Hobbert.
It's my slow clap.
Slow clap?
Like, why is it an announcement that a company has to say,
we're gonna be consistent this time.
We're having this time I promise I'm not gonna fuck it up. Like, I promise I won't cheat on you this time. Like last time, yeah, I did it. You know what? It didn't work out, but this time I'm faithful. Faithful. I swear. Believe me. Buy it all. Buy everything. Buy my game. Buy the DLC.
Solid relationship advice from Hob
Buy
for
everything. Like, give me a break. It's a video game. Just put it out and make it work. I never hear Blizzard talking.
They're trying to get us back. They're trying to get you and me back. That's what they're trying to do.
Well, they're not getting me back, baby. That ship has sailed.
Really? Because a couple weeks ago you were like, if it's coming out for PC, I might get it on PC.
With my community that I play on PC, which I guarantee will not want to play.
Which I am a part of.
Right.
I might get it.
Right, but it's like, I mean, that's the thing. It's one of those things where I'll play it if it's like successful and people are enjoying it, and like PUBG, right? The reason I want to play PUBG is because everybody's playing it and it's really fun and everyone's having a great time. That will get me in. Sure. I don't subscribe to something by going, I'm the guy that's not going to jump in right away and get like run in the room because there's like free shit on the ground. And then as soon as they all get in, the doors lock and the shit disappears. And then the spike walls come in and you're like, oh shit, like this was a bad idea. I'm not doing it.
I don't know. We'll see.
I got peer pressured once.
We'll see in a couple months.
We'll see. But
when demos come out, E3, they're probably going to release a new reveal trailer, some gameplay stuff.
Awesome. And then what I'm going to do is, I would play the game. It would be more fun to play Destiny with a keyboard and mouse than it would be to play with a controller.
I think so too.
Well, just because first-person shooters are just like
competitively, from a competitive standpoint, I'm on PC. I'm on board with the PC game as well.
Yeah, I just think it would be a fun PC game. Like, it would be a good PC game. But
yeah.
I don't need somebody to tell me well. Like it's almost like one of those things. If I have to explain to you, like, oh, I'm great. I'm really great. I'm great. Yes, I am. Trust me, I'm great. Like, just you shouldn't have to tell your community. Guess what, guys? This time you're gonna have content.
It's like when I go to buy
It's a fucking
like a
video
leather
game. You better have
jacket.
content.
Yeah. It's like
What were you
when you
saying?
go to the mall or you're looking at a product online and you're wondering if it's real leather, and like the word real is in the title and description of it like 6 different times. You're like, who are you really trying to convince here? Me
Right.
or you?
Right. Exactly.
You know, it's kind of a red
Exactly.
flag that
Red
like
flag.
it's like totally real, like 100% authentic, real rawhide leather,
Right.
100% real.
Right. Exactly.
Cow skin,
When it says
real,
on the
made from cow.
label, when it says on the label like 100% like
100%
real,
authentic.
like real, there's real cheese inside. Like,
Yeah.
all right.
Made
well,
from cheese made from 100% real cheese.
what was I eating before?
Oh yeah,
It wasn't-
like when McDonald's changed their nuggets to 100% real meat.
I mean, that's the kind of shit you're talking. At least that's the same shit. Destiny or Bungie and EA and all these fucking companies are exactly like McDonald's and all these other companies that are like,
Yeah, they're franchises.
they're like,
where the
well,
dollar matters.
let's just tell them that there's content, and then in the back they're like, okay, but this means like, guys, we actually have to come up with shit this time.
Yeah.
Like really,
It's like we
give me-
promise 100% there's content.
like
totally,
totally
totally real content.
They should make a game where they have to put like 100% guaranteed, like your satisfaction guaranteed. Like,
yeah, but
if they would have put that shit on Mass Effect Andromeda, it would have been like what a backlash.
Yeah,
like,
but then
they
what
can't
if
put it on
the
there.
like they're like guarantee insurance companies from like North Korea or something?
North Korea, let's do it.
But that makes a pretty decent segue. Speaking of Korea, not the North one, but the South one.
Love South Korea.
Right?
Love
South Korea's
South Korea.
dope. But what I really like about what Korea's doing, they're politicians. They're these like old people. These old ass politicians are trying to appeal to younger voters by doing the cutest shit in the world.
Playing competitive Overwatch against each other.
No, okay, so one of them,
That'd be great.
like, okay, so this male politician, I can't remember his name, but he decided to release a whole bunch of StarCraft maps that he made himself. He didn't get help with it. He made them himself. They're bad maps. Like, I promise you, they're just bad maps. But he released these maps, and he basically just used the terrain to write his own name in it.
Oh,
and
nice.
released these maps. And I think it's adorable. I think it's cute that he tried to make these maps. By no means are they good maps, but he did something, you know? Like, he doesn't know how to use a level editor. He gave it a go.
Level to the editor instead of letter.
And
Get it?
well, letter to the editor.
He wrote a level to the editor.
And then so we released these maps to like as a little campaign thing, and I was like, that's so cute.
I mean,
That's
all right.
adorable.
I mean, not to make him sound like he's wrong or anything, but or like it's. I really don't want like a politician to be like interested in that kind of shit. Like, just do the shit that I don't want to think about.
Right,
Dude,
but like if you have an entire demographic of younger voters that aren't voting, aren't even thinking about voting, you're trying to get like
that's true.
You're trying to get their attention, get them to the voting booths,
Right.
like
If a politician
by
here was like, "I play Overwatch," I would have been like, "Oh, cool, that's cool." I dig
but
it.
like if these people aren't gonna vote and you want their vote,
depends on his SR though. But if he was like a
gotta
platinum player, then maybe I wouldn't take him so seriously.
But then another Korean politician did something a little bit more cool, worked a little harder. I'm pretty sure her team put this together. It's not as personal as like the guy making the maps, but she did like an Overwatch spin where she took some videos of her like lobbying in Congress or whatever Korea has, and like arguing with people in like the House of Commons or the Congress or whatever, and with like an Overwatch overlay. And as she's like making points to blast the other politicians, like the kill counter or the hit counters are like popping up on the screen like in Overwatch.
Whoa.
It's actually really cool to see. I don't understand what she's saying because I don't speak Korean, but it's really cool to see. And her campaign logo is an Overwatch logo with a voter's check mark in the middle of it.
See, Jeff Kaplan better get on that. That's copyright. Can't be doing that kind of stuff.
You think so?
I mean, I don't know. I think it's like,
It's just like the circle with a voter's check, like the circle with the like yellow.
I'm just saying, like, I don't know if that's like a thing that I really feel like. I don't know.
It's no, it's total copyright.
It's like, vote for me. I like to play Overwatch, or like, I look Overwatch. Vote for me. It's like propaganda. That's
no, it's total. It's the panderiest shit.
Oh man, that shit is like insane.
It's the panderiest shit. It's like Bill Nye Saves the World on Netflix levels of pandery.
Oh man, that show. I watched like the first like 20 minutes of that. Brutal.
It's I think I'm on episode 7. I'm trying to like choke through it, like choke it down. And it's hard. It's hard
bad.
to fucking. It's hard to consume, man.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
She's like, I remember the first episode I watched. The girl was like, she's like, "That's right, Bill." I'm like, I'm looking at her like, this isn't. You're not on like cable access like at like 6 o'clock in the morning when like it's only like little kids that are like watching it. This is like on Netflix where like you can't sound like there's no kids watching that. It's all adults.
But that was the point that he made right at the beginning. He's like, you know me from making children's shows, but I wanted to make a show for adult children or for adults or whatever. And then it's like the worst, most pandery shit ever.
I want to make a show for adult children who are
for adult kids. I think he said like
for adult kids, and I want them to. He's like, science is fun, and I'm like going like, dude, like what, like you don't have to talk that way to get me to understand. Like, I don't know. It's weird. It's also weird that they brought back Mystery Science Theater 3000. like what the hell is going? What is going? I can't.
We're in the age of the remaster. Get with it.
Like I can't. For anybody who doesn't know,
they
about
brought
Mystery
back
Theater,
Parappa the Rapper. They brought back Night Trap.
Right. Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Yes.
Nobody watched that show. Like no one.
It was a great show.
It was not a great show. It was awful movies. It was like one of those things where you knew about, like you would flick through the channels and you would see it and know what it was and be like, oh God, I'm not watching that. Like, and they brought it. Not only did they bring it, it's one thing to just like reinstall it onto Netflix, like original episodes. But to remake it?
Wait, it's not a remaster, it's a remake?
No, a remake. No, they brought the old show back and then they remade it.
Oh.
Like it's new. Like they made a new Mystery Science Theater 3000 with what's his name? The guy from the podcast that the Nerdist podcast.
Yeah, I know.
And also what's his name's in it? The comedian from King of the Hill.
Boomhauer.
No. What's his name? I'm looking at it right now.
They're gonna remake Schoolhouse Rock, right?
Sure. Great. They might as well. I mean, at this point, they might as well just do
They're bringing back the Bill on Parliament Hill and Conjunction Junction.
Oh, what's the guy's name? Patton Oswalt's in it.
Yeah.
Jonah Ray's in it. Felicia Day's in it.
Oh my God! Really?
Like what? Why?
Oh fuck!
If you want a great show, watch Sherlock. Yeah, well, like that's That's to me like I watched uh that show that came out, the 13 Reasons Why.
That was a good show.
Yeah, it was original.
Yeah.
It wasn't like anything I've seen before. It hit on a topic that I think is definitely like an issue.
Right.
And it was halfway decent. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't super great. It was just a good, solid show.
It was good. It
Done.
was good. And
Done.
and what
move
surprised
on.
me is that it was directed it was
Selena
directed
Gomez,
by
yeah.
Selena Gomez. I was impressed.
So like, why like there's too many remakes, too many remasters.
Yeah, watch something new.
Everything's got to
something
be
new.
like
We need new
like
IPs.
Crap of the Rapper did not need to be remastered.
Yes, it did.
No, it did.
100%.
Did you play it?
No.
I didn't play it.
I didn't play it.
No one played it.
Lots of people did. You know you
Like
want a
one
physical
guy.
copy of that.
One guy. I have a copy of the original, and I'm getting rid of it. I'm selling it.
You're
So-
selling it? I know somebody that would want to buy it from me if you are selling it.
Okay, $500, $1,000.
But since we were on the topic of like the Korean politicians pandering using Blizzard titles, did you hear the story about the person who found the original like StarCraft source code?
Oh, I did
CD-ROM.
read about that actually.
This is like feel good news. I like it. It made me smile.
Yeah, it was good.
You know,
good story.
They contacted the guy directly. He gave it back to them. Then
he gave it back right away.
What?
He didn't give it back right away.
No, he was on Reddit trying to figure out what to do with it.
Right, which is like, I don't know. I mean, like if somebody would have gave me 10 grand from it, I would have been $10,000 richer.
Instead, he just gave it to them. And
I don't know why.
But the cool thing is they gave him like a bunch of money. They gave him a whole bunch of like swag, like Blizzard swag.
Yep.
They invited him to BlizzCon, all expenses paid.
Yep.
Like
that's
all
cool.
of this-
Blizzard's cool.
Yeah.
See?
It was like a really good PR move from Blizzard.
Sure.
100%.
It cost them absolutely nothing to do that, by the way.
Oh,
Nothing.
of course.
It's a tax write-off.
But but those are things that like they could have just said thank you and fucked off.
Nah, they would. I don't think they would have done that. But
Like they went above and beyond. I mean, the all expenses paid BlizzCon trip will cost them a little
that's
bit.
cool. That's nice of them to do that. But what I want to know is, what I had an issue with the article is it really didn't tell me, is where he got it.
Oh, he bought a box of just like random crap off of like eBay or
Well,
something.
and how much was it worth? Was it worth anything?
The box that he purchased?
No, like the disc. Like, what was the value? What would it have been valued at?
Well, the amount of stuff that you could do with that.
Well, and he said, what I was reading in the article is that he said that he was seeking legal help. For what? Legal help for what?
Oh, he probably wanted to know if like what he could do with it.
That's what I was curious to why he needed legal help, because he bought a box that had something in it. If somebody stole it, it's not his. What I mean, like the only thing that they could figure out is if someone took it and then it wasn't, like it's like stolen property.
Right.
If it's stolen property, then it's a different thing. But that's why I didn't understand. No one said it was stolen or how it was actually obtained. Like,
oh, the gold disc itself?
Like where it came from.
No, it was just like a box of random shit. Like, when you go like Storage Wars?
Yeah.
When people just buy everything in a storage locker and like you don't know what's in it.
Right. So then the guy then it's his property.
Yeah.
So I mean, I would have done is figured out how much somebody wants it for.
Right. I mean, it's OG StarCraft. There's not really a lot that you could do other than probably some like there's probably some other Blizzard like crap on it. If you like really dug deep. It's a CD-ROM, you know what I mean? Like it's not holding all of the secrets of the universe.
Right, which is why it's like kind of like
It's not like it has like Half-Life 3 on it.
But that's what I wanted to. What I'm trying to figure out is like, why did Blizzard want it back? Like, why did they want it? Like, why did they even want it in the first place?
It's just like their company secrets. They just wanted to protect their company secrets.
Of StarCraft, like, come on.
Yeah.
I'm sure somebody has a copy of that.
He probably made a few copies of it.
Right. He probably made a copy of it and then gave it back and then sold the copy on eBay.
Yeah.
So he double dipped.
I mean,
Excellent.
it's possible, but like the guy's going to BlizzCon.
Good for that guy.
That's a good fucking.
Kudos to you, my friend, for going to BlizzCon. Enjoy BlizzCon.
Yeah, and fuck, I'm jealous of that kid. For some reason, and this is weird. I found this a little weird. A new DLC map pack for Black Ops 3 just came out. Black Ops 3. Like 3.
Not surprised.
This is like ages ago, generation wise.
They got to make money.
Why are they still supporting it? I mean, I
got to pay the bills.
I respect that they acknowledge that the game still has a massive following and that people want to play more zombies and want to play more stuff.
Play the zombies,
That's
all
cool.
The zombies.
But like, I don't know. They're trying to push people over.
When did it come out?
Blops 3?
No, when did it come out? The DLC.
Very recently, or
what is it called?
Or it's coming out. I don't know if it's actually.
Oh, here it is. It's called the Giant Zombies map. It's coming out June 2nd. $6.
There you go.
And
so
the
for
game
those of you
came
who are
out
still into Blops 3, it came out like 2 years ago.
2015. Well, hey, I mean, at least they're supporting it still.
Yeah, that's cool that they're still supporting it.
I mean, that's crazy. That's kind of unlike them. So
I'm on board with it.
Giddy up.
Also, going back to Overwatch, you'll like this. Overwatch becomes the 8th game to earn over $1 billion.
Yeah, boy. Go, Jeff. Go, Jeff. Go. Go, Jeff. Go, Jeff. Go. That's Jeff Kaplan for anyone who's not an Overwatch player.
Yeah,
he's the guy who created the game.
Me not.
And he's like literally like a running joke in my Discord on a daily basis.
Seriously?
When you don't get something good in your loot box, we call it you got jeffed. So, and every time I get killed by Hanzo, I yell to Jeff Kaplan because that's his main apparently.
Oh, really?
That's what he likes. That's what he mains. He said in an interview, if I had to pick a character, I'd main Hanzo, and that freaking community like blew up.
Weeaboo.
They were like, "Are you kidding me?" And then just recently, they're doing PTR changes. So when they patch the game, they put it in the playtest region.
Right.
And they just buffed Hanzo, and everyone's freaking out. So
yeah, because Hanzo needed a buff. I don't play the game, and I know he's OP as fuck.
See, Hanzo is he's a trendsetter. He makes noise everywhere he is. That piece of shit. But that's cool. I mean, it's a good game, and it's not going anywhere. There's a new character coming pretty soon.
Well, I mean, it's not going anywhere for now, unless Apple picks up
unless
Activision
Apple buys,
Blizzard.
and then they close. Then they just shut Overwatch down. That's their first move. They're gonna go. We're gonna fix Mass Effect Andromeda, and no more World of Warcraft.
Maybe Wozniak just got tired of like putting up with Hanzo players, so he's just gonna like buy Overwatch
and then
just delete Hanzo.
If Hanzo got deleted from Overwatch, oh my god, I would buy the most expensive loot box set in honor of it. I would give them $60 in loot box money just to get rid of them.
That's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. So
so it's the 8th game to ever make $1 billion?
Yes.
Really?
Yep.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, is that $8 million in game sales or $8 million like in total sales?
I think net.
Because they make a lot of money in loot box.
Like $1 billion in revenue.
Oh, okay. That's pretty impressive because the game isn't that old.
No, it's not.
It's
Not
a
at
year.
all.
It's not even a year old yet.
It's about around a year, yeah.
Man, yep. There's 30. They announced that there's more than 30 million registered players.
Yeah.
It's the fastest growing new franchise. Um, it joins like Call of Duty, Guitar Hero, World of Warcraft. That's pretty impressive that Overwatch was able to make $1 billion, and it's literally a team-based shooter. Like it's a multiplayer game. It has no campaign, it has no anything. But
it was
what's
marketed
funny,
very well, to be fair.
if you go into Overwatch though, you feel like we talked about this last time. You feel a super connection to all these characters that you play all the time. And like, look at Hanzo. Hanzo is like in my Overwatch community, it's like we talk about him like he's an actual person.
Yeah.
Like an actual thing.
Yeah, you're
an
like,
entity.
fuck Hanzo, I hate that guy.
Like, it's crazy. Like, and it's a multiplayer shooter. It's not like there's no story, there's no campaign, there's never going to be a campaign, and it's just like one of those games that just like it's an enigma. It's kind of crazy that it's that popular.
I personally, I still don't get it.
Yeah, we'll get you one day. We'll get you in there, and you're gonna be like, "Oh my god, why didn't I play this earlier?" Yep. Maybe when they're gonna add 3 new characters by the end of 2018. There should be at least 2 new characters. So it's gonna become a pretty big game eventually because there's just gonna be so many characters. But
yeah,
we'll see. It's time, but hey, it's not for everybody. I don't like every game, but you know. Hey, I saw Battleborn was on sale for like $5 on Best Buy. Still too much money. Still a little too expensive. Still a little too rich for my blood, but
yeah, right when
can't take $5. $5. That's a burrito.
Blade. You gotta twist the blade, don't you?
Oops.
So 20 games are being developed for the Switch. Apparently in Unreal 4 engine, and a lot of them are probably going to be revealed at E3. I think only 3 or 4 of them are known.
They're going to bring one of them is going to be, let's see, Unreal Engine. They're going to bring
Unreal 4.
Let's see. They're going to bring back, let's see, Unreal Tournament. The original Unreal Tournament.
I still have that on CD-ROM.
Of course, it's the greatest game of all time. Greatest shooter of all time. I'm looking it up. Hang on. Because we're talking about remakes.
No. Oh god. Oh no.
So the Unreal and the games they're going to release for the Switch, because you have to understand they're not going to release new games. They're going to release old games that were on PC for like 10 years.
That's what the Switch does.
That's what they're going to release.
The Switch is a rehash console.
If you guys think they're making new games, then you're crazy. It's not happening. Like, they're not making new games for the Unreal Engine for the Switch. Okay, so here we go. They're going to here's some games they're going to release.
Are these the real games, or are these like
these are real games?
Funny speculation.
Ark is going to come to the Switch.
Ark Survival Evolved.
Batman Arkham Asylum is going to come to the Switch. Arkham Asylum, the first Batman, the very first one. Right? That's one. That's another one. How about
Crash Bandicoot Unremastered?
Dead by Daylight. That's coming out. That's going to come out for the Switch.
So just a bunch of PC games being ported to the Switch.
All ports. What else? Let's see. Here we go. When is the Final Fantasy VII remake coming out? Is that coming out anytime soon?
It's coming out episodically.
Yeah, but is it ever going to come out, or are they just going to keep talking about it forever?
It's coming out in 20XX.
Here's a game that they're gonna put on the Switch. Joe Montana Football 16. It used to be an iOS Android game. They're gonna port it over there.
I want Tecmo Bowl.
Definitely. Tecmo Bowl is amazing. I love that game. Super Tecmo Bowl though for Sega Genesis. Best.
Oh my god.
Marvel versus Capcom coming out.
Wait, the
What
newest
else?
one or like the
I don't.
older iterations of it?
I
Because
don't know.
like the new one looks so amazing.
All right, let's go to Unreal Engine 3 real quick and just see what else could come out.
I think
Well,
we
what
can
are some games that confirm for it?
What?
Oh, here we go. Here, I got one. Assassin's Creed Chronicles China is going to come out on the Switch.
I mean, I feel like Assassin's Creed would be a fun game to play on the Switch, like on the go.
Yeah, but they're not going to do that. It doesn't have the graphics to do it.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
It can handle it.
Kidding.
There's like one graphic.
Oh, here we go. BioShock Infinite. It's going to come out on the Switch.
Seriously?
Probably.
Doubt it.
Wouldn't be surprised. Borderlands, the original Borderlands will come out.
I could see that happening.
Bulletstorm gonna come out on the Switch.
Also, Mistbuster made a point.
Minecraft.
I think Switch is getting Minecraft. No, because
Microsoft
owns Minecraft, don't they? Doesn't Microsoft own Minecraft?
Dishonored's gonna come out. The original Dishonored's come out.
OG Dishonored.
Just the first one, not the second one.
Well, I mean,
console.
like, well, speaking of Bethesda.
Oh, Goat Simulator is gonna come out on the Switch.
Oh God.
That'll be like the highlight. Like Reggie Fils-Aimé will come out and be like, "Hey guys, Reggie here. Do I have something great to show you? You hear this game, Goat Simulator? Well, it's coming to the Switch."
Ugh.
And it's gonna be like, dude, that game came out like 4 years ago. What are you doing?
And it wasn't even created to be a real game. It was just a joke.
But they're gonna market it like a real game.
Yeah.
I could see Life is Strange coming out on the Switch.
Yeah, that would be cool. But yeah, no. We're gonna move on to some of the Bethesda news of this week. Prey came out. Prey came out yesterday.
Okay.
As of this recording.
On Metacritic, let's see what it got.
It's getting like 8.5s, 9s, 4.5s out of 5s. Like
Prey got drum roll.
That's not a drum roll. Ugh, stop making mouth noises. Gross.
Does that annoy your community?
Oh.
I don't see any comments, so
it makes my skin crawl.
Okay, Prey is not even up on Metacritic, so it didn't even get a score. So it's
because they didn't really put out very many release copies.
Well, that's not
review
good.
copies.
That's never a good sign.
Why?
Ever. When they don't release review copies for people, that they're hiding something. Always.
No, they're not hiding anything.
Always hiding.
So far the reviews have been very, very positive.
Okay.
Like,
you played the demo. What'd you think?
I played the demo and I loved it. I think it's a really good game. The demo was a very, very complete demo, and a lot of the reviewers that I trust, like Angry Joe, and other people like that, like they are saying that like it's pretty top.
I already gave you your review and it's already put in the chat.
Even like ACG, who is a great YouTuber, who gives like really good in-depth reviews. He did a 14-minute review.
10 out of 10.
And he doesn't really give number ratings. And I don't believe in number ratings either. I'm not a fan.
Except you just gave it a 10 out of 10.
I didn't do that. There. No.
By the way, before he said anything else,
isn't
it ridiculous? Your community should be just as angry as me that I do not have any admin or mod privileges in your chat, even though I am a co-star or the star of the Nate defensive lettuce of the lettuce Twitch channel. I am the grease that turns the wheel of Nate's magical mystery tour. Right?
Yeah, Hob for apples, 10 out of 10, bottle of lube.
Whatever. Just make me an admin.
But
Make
yeah,
me a mod
one of the
so I can
reviewers that I
post
really like, ACG
videos.
on YouTube, he
Yeah.
usually gives it either like a buy, wait for sale, rent, or just never touch. And he said it was a definite buy.
Okay. Well, everybody buy it right now.
And from what I played, I actually wanted to play it. I wanted to
Why
play
don't you
more.
have it? Why aren't you playing it?
Because it's new game price. It's fucking expensive,
Oh,
man.
that's true. Because you're in Canada. That's right. I forgot.
Yeah, Canadian games are
Like
expensive.
$400 for a game in Canada.
What?
It's like $400 for a game in Canada.
But also Bethesda never releases like review copies. That's kind of their thing.
Wait, that's a Bethesda game?
Yeah.
What is the price of a game in Canada?
It's like 90 bucks.
What?
Yeah.
90 Canadian?
Yeah.
Yuck.
I know.
That's
Like Destiny was
Dude,
like
honestly,
100
man, I
or
feel
110
bad.
bucks.
I feel bad for you, but the fact that I'm moving there with American money, I'm like a straight up baller.
Yeah, wait until you get your first Canadian dollar paycheck.
Oh, well, I'm not getting a paycheck. I'm just going to school there.
Oh my god.
I don't have all my money is American. And
Like
I'm
even
only...
Forbes is butthurt. They're like, they released a article
About
titled
what? The Canadian
"Don't
dollar?
Trust Prey Reviews Today."
Wait, Forbes made an article about video games?
Yeah, Forbes does a lot of like video game reviews now.
What?
They started doing video game reviews a while ago, like a couple of years ago.
That's it. It's all done. It's over. Just, you know what? Pack your bags and just call it a day. I'm just gonna play Overwatch until they literally
Like
shut
they're
the
so
servers off.
sour. Like the way that they wrote this article, it's just like they're so butthurt about not getting a review copy. They're like, a new game a new game called Prey just came out. Though you'd be forgiven for not noticing it if you're like most people that try to be as informed as possible before buying a video game. You probably respond to a new release like this one by Googling something along the lines of Prey reviews. Be forewarned, however, reviewers only just got their copies either today or yesterday. So there's zero chance that any of them has a chance to formulate a complete, considered opinion. Like,
so don't actually
so
make your
whiny.
own opinion and go buy a game if you want to, because you're fucking a human being and you just take your own judgment and not use someone else 400 other people's judgment on something.
Right.
Just buy it.
Just
if
buy
you want to play
it.
the game, buy the fucking game. Why do you have to wait for 400 people to tell you if you should do it or not?
Right. Even
just
like
do it. It's a
Pretty
video
Good
game.
Gaming.
Jesus.
The YouTube channel Pretty Good Gaming made a great point. You can pick it up on Steam and use the 2-hour return policy.
Yes, that's why it's there.
As like
Nate,
a
do you
demo.
know how many people don't know about that? When I talk about that, I go, "Oh, just buy it on Steam and try it out." And they go, "What do you mean try it out?" I go, "There's a 2-hour window where you can return it." And they went, "When did that happen?" I went, "That's it. I'm done."
I'm done. Goodbye.
Like, that's the whole point of having it, is that you're able to try something now. And if you don't think you don't like it, or it doesn't work, or it doesn't feel like a game that you would want to play, then you return it, and you basically have a way to rent a game for a minute and see if it's worth what you want, your money, you know?
And the cool thing about Prey is that
people play games on, just one more thing on that.
Yeah.
People all the time that I know that do use it will do that and then end up keeping the game because they say it was awesome and I really enjoyed it and I'm glad that I was able to. It almost gives you a safety net to say, I'm going to try this game and I'm going to give it a shot and I really want to like it. And then when it sucks, you have it out and you can say, well, at least I didn't feel like I burned my money for no reason.
Yeah, yes and no. Like, because for me, the 2-hour thing, I think it should be based on a percentage of the game played.
Yeah, or AAA games, like games that are big games that, you know, cost.
Because I could have got through Little Nightmares in 2 hours if I like ran through it.
Right.
And that was a really good game.
I don't think it should be I think it should also be a price point kind of thing. So if a game's $15, it shouldn't. It should be significantly less time, or it should be kind of arbitrary to what kind of game it is. If it's like a full priced AAA game that's $60, then yeah, it's gotta hit the $60 value, or it's not, or it's not worth it to me.
Yeah.
Or it's gotta hit a value of like me buying it the first day.
Mm-hmm. Because like Bethesda's been in pretty hot water all week about everything. They've so Prey is like good Bethesda news. Their game is really successful. It's done in a completely different engine from Dishonored 2, so it's actually good on PC. Mm-hmm. And they have been hinting at a whole bunch of new stuff from Bethesda. They hinted at 2 new projects in their E3 announcements. They sent out their invitations, and in it they put it basically looks like a theme park with all of their different games represented, and then 2 areas labeled under construction, hinting at 2 new titles coming up in the future. So that could be some exciting news from Bethesda. But to be fair, I don't think it is going to be another Elder Scrolls game. It's not looking like there's going to be anything Elder Scrolls-y coming up very soon.
Fallout 5.
Confirmed. Fallout 5. I mean...
It's confirmed, people. Fallout 5. Get it now.
I mean...
Evil Within 2.
Anything's possible.
Rage 2 is coming out. Brink 2 is coming out.
Nobody wants Rage 2.
Brink 2 is coming out.
Nobody wants that.
Yes. What would you do if you heard that there's a new game coming out and it's Brink 2? How do you feel about that?
Nobody wants that either. But
what about
I mean,
Wayne,
but to
they
fair,
made Wayne Gretzky Hockey 1988 for
Bethesda made that
for Nintendo. There was a Wayne
for
Gretzky
the N64.
Hockey.
That was one of the greatest hockey games ever made.
No, for the Nintendo. There's a Nintendo Wayne Gretzky hockey game. Did you know that?
Yeah, Wayne Gretzky's 3D hockey.
No, not for the N64. For the original Nintendo.
Oh, for the NES?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
I didn't know that.
Here. I just I'm looking
Bethesda
up their
made
library.
That?
Bethesda made it in 1988, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. How about that?
I mean, I wasn't expecting that, but
I can't put a link in your thing, right? I'll get banned.
I'm on board.
See? Make me an admin real quick so I can put this link in. Here, I'll give it to you in Discord. So you can show your audience. Everyone should watch this. Check this out.
But also Bethesda's been in a little bit of like hot water around the way that they're treating the indie developing game. I think like through Kickstarter, Indiegogo, Pray for the Gods. Pray for the Gods?
Pray for the Gods?
Yeah, the game Pray for the Gods.
I don't know that game.
Bethesda is saying that they own the copyright of the word pray.
Oh.
Kind of like the whole
Oh my god, they're spelling it like totally different now.
Yeah.
P-R-A-E-Y.
Yeah.
You can't own the word pray.
Right? Well, I mean, some people say that you can't own the word cyberpunk.
You can't own the word pray and not be able the word they're spelling it P-R-E-Y. That's why.
It was P-R-E-Y.
Right, they can't do that. They can't do that. That's not how it's spelled.
What? No, it was P-R-E-Y for the gods originally.
No, I know, but they can't do that because there's already a game called Pray, P-R-E-Y. So why don't they just name it Pray for the Gods, P-R-A-Y?
Like P-R-A-Y? Because Bethesda said that wasn't good enough.
No, they can't do that.
They said that wasn't good enough. They
No
weren't
way.
accepting that.
That's not gonna. There's no way they can copyright the word "pray."
Well, the thing is, they're just a small indie developer, so they got bullied into submission. They decided, they released a public statement saying that it's not worth taking to court. They're just going to, like, listen to Bethesda, because they have so many more lawyers at Bethesda than the small indie developer. So they'd rather not waste the Kickstarter or Indiegogo money on lawyers when they could just be making the game.
Right.
So
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I know.
That's insane.
It's so stupid.
I know.
Similar to the whole debacle with what game was it? Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion. It's called Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion, but it was originally called Spooky's House of Jump Scares, and they had to change the title of the game because there is a company in Germany called Spooky's House, and they sent them some kind of cease and desist or some shit, and so in the game now they changed the game to Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion, but you can still totally see the through the transparent tape. It's just written on with Sharpie.
Oh, I remember this game.
It's so funny.
I've seen some videos of this game.
But I think all of this King was trying to copyright the word candy.
Right, for Candy Crush.
For Candy Crush, and they successfully copyrighted the word saga.
Right.
So you can't add saga to your shit anymore.
Well, but how many games had saga in the word?
A lot of their games had saga.
So
So you can't add saga to your shit. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about these big companies with big wallets bullying smaller companies.
Wait till Apple comes into the equation.
Oh yeah, I know. And Bethesda's we were required, our hands were tied, we were required to protect our copyright or whatever. They were pleading, we didn't have a choice.
Yeah,
we didn't have a choice.
We're so worried that they're so worried that they're gonna steal Prey from them.
Right.
Don't steal Prey. It's ours. You can't have it. It's mine. It's all mine.
Also, God of War, which was slated to come out later this year,
canceled.
It's being pushed to 2018.
Of course it is.
Canceled. Which I'm not sad about it. I don't think it's a bad idea. If the game's not finished, I don't want it to be released. Don't release it.
It's a fairly simple concept. God of War came out March 22nd of 2005. So it's out already. So if you want to play God of War, it's out. It already came out. They don't need to make another God of War. It's out.
Is it a remake?
No, it's just called God of War, and they're making another game, and they just called it God of War. So now there's going to be 2 games called God of War.
So they're making 2 games called God of War, and both of them are based on the same premise, but they're not of the same story?
I have no idea. I don't think they're remaking it. It's not a remake. It's a new game, and they're just making another one called God of War. And the last time they made a God of War was God of War Ascension, which is 2013.
But to be fair, I think it looks good. I think it looks really
they didn't
good.
they didn't make a real the last time the God of War game was made was on PlayStation 3.
Right.
In 2013. That's a long time ago.
I mean,
times are changing.
Yeah,
times are changing.
I'm cool with it coming out
4
again.
years. That we're gonna be flying. We're gonna be flying in 4 years.
Yeah, that's what we said 20 years ago.
And
then 10 years ago. And we were supposed to have hoverboards 2 years ago.
Nah, don't worry about it. We got our
and self-tying shoes.
Destiny is giving us space blankets for a reason, man. They know.
Space blankets, they're solar
Bungie
blankets.
knows.
They're not gonna help you in space.
Yes, they will. God of War, March 22nd, 2005. Done. Stop calling your games the same games again.
Oh no, that's annoying. I agree with that.
God of War. We're gonna make a game. It's called Super Mario Brothers. Yay!
Well, no, they did new Super Mario Bros. Remember that?
Oh yeah, let's just throw the word "new" in front. They should have named it New God of War.
Or they just tacked on Wii or Wii U.
It's the new God of War. Oh, new God of War. I got it. Cool. I'm not an idiot.
Freaking idiot. Yeah, and then so I'm in support of that, you know, kind of like.
Same thing with Devil May Cry. They made Devil May Cry, and then they made Devil May Cry again.
Yeah. No, they made DMC.
Instead of calling them Devil May Cry, they need to call it God of War again.
No,
and Devil
God
May
of
Cry
War again.
Just put again at the end.
No, just call it new, and then call it, and then the one after that, Neo New.
No, here's what I need to do, and we need to do. Why don't we just trademark the word again?
And then Neo New Neo.
Every time somebody uses it, we can complain and tell them they owe us millions of dollars for using the word again. So when they say, I want to make God of War again, I'm going to be like, nope, you can't because I own it. Sorry. Too bad. God of War again.
But then they can just call it God of War Repeated.
God of War got announced, what, last E3?
Yeah.
Well, canceled.
It's coming out next year.
Yeah, so they say. Is Ed Jaffe? Is Ed Jaffe working on that?
Next year's looking for like
a Jaffe game?
I don't know. But I think God of we've got some good games coming out in the next 2 years to be excited about, you know? God of War coming out next year. I'm happy about that. Darksiders 3 official announcement. It's coming out next year, 2018, on PC and on both consoles.
PC.
And then Kojima Productions released more information about Death Stranding. I mean, we're not gonna get it until like at least 2019 for sure.
2020.
2019, 2020, yeah, something like that. But like they're just
30.
Right now they're just playing around the engine, seeing what it's capable of. Like I don't even think that they've started on like development of the game itself. They're just like testing the waters to see what else they can do with the engine that created the amazing game Horizon Zero Dawn. So
or he's trying to mess around and then he's like, guess what guys, PT, it's back. It's coming back.
PT, I mean, hopefully. Oh my god, PT. Just like burn down Konami and just steal PT. Back.
PT.
Steal the PT license. Nobody will bat an eye. Nobody's gonna run after you, because we all just fucking want PT to come out. Kojima, please release PT. Release PT for all of us.
People I have a PS4 that has PT installed on it.
I accidentally lost it when I upgraded my hard drive on my PS4.
Is it really? It's really like someone like. I'm gonna look for sold listings.
It like doubles the value of your PS4 if you have it.
300. Someone's selling it for $300.
At first, when it first came out, it was like people were selling it for $1,000.
Someone bought it for $1,450.
Yeah, there you go.
What the hell?
Yeah,
I should just sold my PS4.
Yeah, and then just buy a new one. Of course.
But wait, how do they play it though?
Because it's installed on the system.
So they can just play it.
Yeah.
On their account.
Yeah.
But I can't wipe the hard drive then.
Yeah.
Or the account.
Well, no. You detach the account. You still play the game. The game doesn't phone home.
I'm gonna sell my PS4. Fuck it, I'm doing it. I'm doing it, everyone. You heard it right here. I'm doing it.
Also,
I make $1 million.
How excited are you for Red Dead Redemption 2?
I played the first one a little bit. I didn't really play the whole thing. So
this is the last.
Not really excited, I guess.
This is the last but weirdest news story that we have for today.
Okay.
And then we'll go to like audience questions if we have any, and
Yes.
stuff like that.
Maybe call it a little short today. I had a long day.
I'm Red
parched.
Dead 2 trailer. Apparently, rumors are that it is live action.
What?
Right?
The trailer's live action?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Why would they do
It's
a
like
live action trailer? Why would
the
you do a
old
live
school
action trailer for a video game?
Because they don't have any gameplay yet, because the game's not actually going to be finished anytime soon. It's fine, dude. It's going to be fine.
Oh, I also forgot. Nintendo.
Oh, no. Don't even say it.
No, there's some good Nintendo news. It's interesting.
I'm going to watch the trailer actually right now.
Nintendo licensed the Rabbids from Ubisoft. They're making a RPG version of Mario with the Rabbids.
Okay.
Ubisoft, like Rayman's Rabbids.
Okay.
They're making a fucking RPG game, like a turn-based.
Why?
I don't know. I have no idea why.
See, I told you, Nintendo still has no idea what
I
they're doing.
think they're releasing it for the DS or some shit.
Where's
I don't
this
know.
trailer that you're talking about that's live action?
It's not out yet. It's
Oh.
just people were saying that they saw them filming a trailer. It's a rumor.
God, people have really nothing better to do, don't they?
What, then like spread
Just-
rumors?
Like find out that the Red Dead Redemption trailer is live action. Like, what is that? Who cares? Really? I don't care.
I mean, yeah, obviously people have nothing better to do. People are going around fucking stealing stop signs and beating their children for reviews on Facebook.
That's true. I
Like-
forgot. I don't.
Like, what do you
People
expect?
are I mean, either
Or
that
on
guy.
YouTube,
There's
fuck.
either two ways to look at that guy. Not to go back to that idiot because he doesn't deserve my breath, but it's either two things I have to feel about it. It's either he's a complete idiot. That's probably like the first thing. But
Yeah, high level.
I mean,
stupid.
like the amount of dedication and planning that takes is kind of impressive in a way.
Why?
And
He just dressed
because-
up as a construction worker and started taking down stop signs all over his town.
just because he has so much more enthusiasm and drive to do something like that than I would ever have.
Yeah, but it takes
Like,
zero forethought.
Yeah,
Like,
but it
he-
still takes effort. If you told me right now that like I was like, oh man, I forgot something in my car and I have to walk back out to my parking lot to get my car open my door,
Right.
I'm very, very like I'm so lazy that I don't want to even do something like that. That guy walked around this entire town and took stop signs out one by one. Like,
Yeah,
Like,
because
that
he's
guy is a
desperate for
go-getter.
approval from people on YouTube.
what's that?
He's desperate for the approval of people watching
true.
YouTube videos.
I guess
People
I
who
guess
watch
I
prank
just
videos.
I guess I just don't have that mode where I really need validation from anybody. I really don't. Like, I don't care enough to, like, I just want to. Maybe the only time I'm ever interested in people caring about stuff is when I play Overwatch and I get like awesome widow kills and I want everybody to see.
But he also gives
That's
so
it.
little of a shit.
I don't give a shit though about most things.
But no, he gives so little of a shit about, and like he has so little remorse for what he did that he's just like, fuck it, I'm not even gonna deal with like the ramifications of my actions myself. I'm going to ask my viewers to bail me out.
That's true. That's kind of dumb.
You know?
Yeah. Anyway, let's not talk about that guy anymore. He's stupid. What were you gonna say? What was the last thing you were gonna talk about?
Nothing. That was it.
Oh, we did it all.
Yeah,
It's
we
done,
did it.
everyone.
Yeah, we
Woo!
did the things. Other than like
Questions,
Persona
concerns,
5 is the
comments?
most downloaded game on the PlayStation Store
Of all time.
for this year, I believe.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Oh, on a side note, I was selling my my collector's edition. Some guy wanted to won the bid and just never paid for it. So good for that guy. Cheers to you.
Did you send it to him?
No, of course not. He didn't pay for it yet. He has to pay for it first.
So
He didn't
then-
pay for it.
So then, if you guys want a
Persona 5
Persona
bundle.
5 bundle copy,
Collector's edition, no game. I'll even throw in the game. I don't care.
what do you mean no game?
It didn't have a game. I kept the game.
Oh, you kept the game, but you're just giving the bundle?
I sold the bundle, yeah.
Why?
I sold the bundle for $99.
Why?
Because I don't want the bundle. I want the game. I want to play the game, not the bundle.
So sell the bundle with the game and then just buy the game.
No, I did that. No, I already sold the bundle. The bundle sold for $99 on eBay.
Okay.
And then the guy that won the bid just decided to not buy it.
So then, so you didn't sell it.
No, so then I went down to the next person.
Right.
And they didn't want it.
So then
So then I have to relist it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll sell it. I mean, it'll go. It's going for like $95 on eBay.
Why does anybody want that?
Because they want all this shit with it.
What shit
they want
is with
the
it?
Shit.
What,
they just
like
want the shit.
Art books?
Art books comes with all kinds of shit.
That they're never gonna look at. The bug out bag.
Comes with a book bag. Comes with a plushie. It comes with all kinds of shit. It's ridiculous.
But does it come with a bug out bag?
I don't know. It comes with a messenger bag.
No, I want a messenger bag with a fire starter, solar blanket, a pen knife, and a fleshlight. All of these things.
Holy God.
All of these things. That's the only way I'm buying Destiny 2.
I'm sending this guy an invoice right now. You owe me money. Pay me.
You're sending him messages, threatening. So, yeah, I mean, like, I don't know why you would sell it without the game. You could probably get... What?
What? What?
You could probably get, like, it for cheaper. Or you could probably get more money for it if you give it if you give the game with it.
Well, I want to find out in a minute. Well, I already opened it, so it's too late.
Well, I mean, you could say that you didn't and hope that they don't listen to this podcast because you opened it right next to your mic last week.
Oh, yeah, you were there when I did it.
What do you mean I was there? It's my podcast.
That's right, because I did this.
The ASMR. Wait.
One more time.
Yeah.
It's tradition, as in tradition.
ASMR. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Time.
That's
one more time.
That's the stuff.
That felt good.
Yeah, did that feel good?
Felt good to do it.
Well, I mean, yeah, if you guys want to buy my copy of Deus Ex Mankind Divided, Day 1 edition, this is what it sounds like when you open it. And close
sidebar.
Wait.
Sidebar.
I gotta close it.
Wait.
All right, we're good.
Sidebar. I did purchase the complete season of Doug on Amazon for $5.80.
Doug, like Skeeter and Doug.
I do
and
have
like Patty Mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
dude.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like I have the complete Nickelodeon series on DVD now.
Oh my God.
It was like I saw it on online and I went like, okay, that's just too cheap to pass up. Like that's not even like there are like probably 40 to 50 episodes of that show.
Does it come with a sweater vest?
It does not come with a sweater vest, but Quail Man is on one of the discs, which like art Quail Man. So it's like that alone is worth the disc. It comes with like a disc and it has like a nice little like, you know, it's like done well.
Right.
Like so like as that alone is worth $5 of my money. So for anybody who's a Doug fan, it was on Amazon. I don't know if it is still there, but it's done. It's in my house. I watched the first like 5 episodes, I think, the first disc.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's like it honestly it's like one of those shows where it's exactly like I remember it. There is no like, oh man, this show is kind of like tacky. It's an amazing cartoon, and if it was on right now, it would be that good still.
I would do that for Hey Arnold, but I wouldn't do it for Doug.
Oh no, Doug was definitely for me like one of those shows that was amazing.
Actually,
Hey Arnold was
Doug,
pretty
Doug
badass
was really
too, but
Doug was
what's
really
that?
good. Doug was really good.
Yeah, Doug was great. I mean, it was just one of those shows that just made sense. It just was a good. I think Hey Arnold was on a different level, but
Right.
I just think the animation in Her on it was just like a little more like upscaled, but yeah, it was a great show. They're all great shows. Well, all
Harold
those
was
Nickelodeon shows.
grittier, you know?
Even Rocket Power was good.
Rocket
What a
Power?
great show. Yeah, the ones where they did all this extreme skating and they had the roller hockey team and stuff.
Okay, did you ever see the show Brats of the Lost Nebula?
No, that's not. Get out of here. I don't even know.
Dude, that show is great.
Guys, that's strictly Canadian.
No, it wasn't strictly Canadian.
It was only
Reboot
Canadian.
was strictly Canadian, and now they're bastardizing it.
Of course.
They're fucking turning it into a live action show. Did you hear about that?
No, I didn't. What?
They're rebooting Reboot live action.
Of a show I never heard of.
You've never heard of Reboot?
The show Reboot?
You've never heard of the show Reboot?
No.
You didn't have a childhood. I'm sorry.
I did.
No.
I was watching Doug.
No, that's American child abuse.
I'm looking it up.
You've never seen the show Reboot?
No, dude.
It taught you about computers.
Okay. It was in 1994.
Yeah.
And
Worlds ahead of
it was
its
on
time.
Cartoon Network.
Yeah, and it was worlds ahead of its time.
No wonder why I didn't. It's sci-fi, dude. I'm not watching
I mean,
that.
it's sci-fi. It's computer-based sci-fi.
Sci-fi. It's still sci-fi.
It's about like people going around inside of a computer, you know?
Which is sci-fi, dude.
They're in mainframe.
Sci-fi.
Bob is the protector of mainframe.
Sci-fi.
He comes from systems, peoples, and cities to this place. His format, Guardian, to mend and defend, to defend his newfound friends, their hopes and dreams.
I like how your defensive lettuce thing says, "Don't be an asshole." That's the first thing.
Yeah, it's always don't be an asshole. That's
Please don't ask to join. That's hilarious. I asked to join. You don't even let me join. Jeez.
So
and I know you.
Miss Fullbuster has a question for us, asking us if we've seen Firefly. Yes, I've seen Firefly. I'm a huge fan of Firefly. You don't like sci-fi?
Oh my God, we talked about this.
Wait, you haven't seen Firefly?
No, I don't like sci-fi.
You need to see Firefly. No.
Doctor Who. People tried to tell me like you got to watch Doctor Who.
No,
I watched,
don't watch Doctor Who.
I watched one episode and there was like a guy that like was like a pig or something. No,
don't watch Doctor Who. It's too
some
campy.
Mannequin people or something. I was done. I was like, I'm done. Yeah. I'm done.
I can't watch I can't watch Doctor Who, but Firefly is dope. Okay, Nathan Fillion.
I didn't say okay.
Morpheus's wife.
Time out.
The hot Asian chick that is sometimes in other stuff.
I don't think people shouldn't watch sci-fi and like sci-fi. I don't like sci-fi and I don't watch it.
And that's fair.
Yeah. I think it's fine that people enjoy sci-fi. But
you watch Star Wars?
Don't. No, I don't like Star Wars.
But Star Wars is fantasy. It's not sci-fi.
It's not. I don't really like. I'm not into it. I'm just not into it.
Firefly was written by Joss Whedon.
Not into this. Okay, I'm not. Let me just go like a little bit deeper. Sci-fi, and a lot of times it's either roped around space or something like that. I'm not really into intergalactic non-realism. If that makes sense. I like my favorite stuff is like crime, like detective stuff. Like
so you watch like Elementary, yes. Sherlock.
No, I don't watch TV shows. Like I actually watch the real shows. I only watch real stuff.
Oh, so like
New Detectives and Forensic Science.
Like True Detective, real
48
real CSI.
hours.
Oh, the first 48?
Yeah.
That shit is fucking weird, man.
This shit's nuts, dude. It's real. That's why it's crazy to me because I watch it and go like, this shit is actually happened, and it's nuts. And that's why when I like stop watching it, I go like, I realize how fucked up things really are sometimes. So it's okay. I like realism. I'm kind of into like real, stuff's got to be real. It's got to make sense. but I don't not watch TV, like false fiction TV, but I just don't watch a lot of things that a lot of people will watch, like Game of Thrones. I didn't watch Game of Thrones. I didn't watch what's the one where the guy was into drugs? Yep.
Yeah, Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad.
I never got into Breaking Bad. I was never a fan.
So a lot of shows I didn't watch.
I couldn't watch it. I don't know. It's just.
Hey, you got a $10 donation from someone.
It rabbed me the wrong way. From King 3848. Thank you very much for the donation, King.
That was very nice of you,
King.
King.
That was very nice of you. Much appreciated.
Maybe I'll watch Sherlock. Maybe. I'll watch it.
I mean, the only reason I know who Benedict Cumberbatch is because of Sherlock, Miss Buster. And I am not a fan of him. I don't think he's a great actor, to be honest.
I watched Modern Family.
I'm entertained by his name. His name is funny. I like that there's a website where you can type in your own name and it'll Benedict Cumberbatch your name. And I got Bento Box Cabbage Patch. And I laughed for a day. What?
Let me do it. What's the website?
I don't know. I can't remember.
It'll probably be like the first thing.
His face has no emotive range. I don't like that he's just so deadpan all the time. And his face looks like it's been punched so many times.
Name generator. Here it is. Okay, my name is Billy Ray Crumplehorn.
Billy, that's horrible. That's a horrible name.
That's what I got.
That's a shit name.
Wait, do I have to type my own name in there?
You can.
Oh, you just click on it and it makes the name.
Like I just went to it. I got Benadryl Battleship.
Or Bumble Shack Camel Toe. Timothy Cockatoo.
Barrister Cankersore.
Oh, this is a good one. Baseball Mitt Candygram.
Baseball Mitt Candy.
Oh, I saw that thing you posted on Facebook about the hidden ball trick. Dude, that honestly, that is like one of the most bush league plays you can pull in baseball.
Oh, the
guy was literally standing at third base with the ball for like a good 2 minutes.
I know, it's great.
And I'm like, all right, dude, like, what are you doing here? Like, it's ridiculous.
It was funny. Anyway,
Coggle Snatch Cockatoo.
I think this would be a good time to end.
Burger King Connellist.
I think this is a good
Snorkel
spot to end.
Vegemite.
To end the podcast.
Kappa Crunch.
Everybody, thank you for listening to the podcast. Please follow and subscribe to the Let Us Talk podcast on iTunes and SoundCloud. I love you guys lots. And tomorrow, tune in tomorrow, Sunday, the 7th. We're going to be playing LS2 with Danny. Next week, Friday, we're going to be doing another retro game.
Syphilis Cankersore. Oh,
and
man.
We will see Hob next Saturday for more Let Us Talk podcast.
Oscar bait, scratch and sniff.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Wait, dude, remember to tell people where to go. You forgot last time.
I did. I said subscribe to the Let Us Talk podcast on iTunes and SoundCloud.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure you did it again.
And also
don't forget.
Go and follow Hub for Apples.
I play Overwatch at night with my friends. You should come by and check it out. We have a lot of fun.
That should be your slogan. I play Overwatch at night with my friends.
I play Overwatch with my friends on Twitch sometimes.